there's all these little details that I've discovered along the way of, you know, there's like nothing teaches you humility like a trained cat show. When I first moved to Chicago, I was working for a local pet shop who on the weekends had a cat show, and I would host the show. And then I thought, you know, cats are really difficult to work with out in public, so I thought, you know, I had rats. I was known as the rat lady at that point. So I had a group of trained rats, and I called them the Acro-Rats. Trained Acro-Rats for all occasions, and that's how my world was formed. You know, I originally got into this to work in films, and I was always the go-to person. Anytime there was a rat film that was in Chicago area, I got the part, and I had, you know, my rats were in like little independent films. But then, you know, that kind of dwindled off. There's only so many rat films, so I started expanding, and then I slowly started adding more animals, and I added like a few exotic animals every year, and ended up with like 40 different species, and had some, you know, and changed the name to Amazing Animals because it was a little bit more friendly, because people were kind of turned off by the rats. I've wanted to be an animal trainer since I was 7 years old for the movies. So I thought, well, the second most requested animal in a film is a cat. So let's try this cat thing again. So I got a collection of cats, and I started training them to do various tricks. And I get bored very easily with the whole sit there on a mark, go from A to B, which is what most cats are required. So I started, just for my own entertainment, I started teaching them to do tricks. And while I'm trying to build up, you know, getting production work, I needed the cats to keep out there and working amongst the public. So I formed the Acro-Cats, and then the cat band, the Rock Cats, because I had a cat that played piano, and I thought, well, we gotta have, maybe we could get a cat strumming the guitar.
1, 2, 3.
The guitar took about 4 months to teach. The drums took about 2 months to teach, and the whole thing together took probably 6 months to you know, get it all working together. And it's still a little shaky. They're not the best musicians, as you can tell, and they need lessons, but they just don't listen. Guitar players are tone deaf.
No dog is scared. You ain't nothing but spoiled brat, don't you? Dog it is cat.
Why I got in this business altogether was to work in film, and that's my true love, is working on the set. And there's a lot of dog trainers that are excellent dog trainers, but the cats are something that I can do that not a lot of other people can do. So I'm hoping that with people getting exposure to the Acro-Cats, that they'll remember them when it comes time to shoot their film, when they need a cat to do this or that, and some kind of complicated stunt, or even something easy. So, you know, my goal is that the cats will that I'll become known as like the cat whisperer. And I'm hoping I'm not going to end up in the subway begging for change with my guitar playing cat.